now do with our jobs and everything, how bad that is for us. And what do y'all see now? You see those advertisements like for the
things that come with kids,
like the little dairy death and all that sort of stuff. And so I started, I was like, well, when I'm at work, not when I'm at home, this is a different situation for me at home, but when I'm at work in my office, that's all I'm doing, sitting, okay? And so I was like, maybe I do need to get me one of these little dairy deaths, okay? Go and look them up. I can't afford that. All right. So it was so funny. I saw this link, because you know how it is when you look up something, you get 500 other links. And it goes, alternatives to the dairy death. And I'm like, oh, let me check this out. Okay? And a picture pops up, 2 plastic bins turned upside down. I loved it. I was like, that will work. So before my fall semester starts, when I come in after my summer, I don't get a summer break, I use a pair of roads. But not being here, when I come back here for the fall, I'm going to be dragging my 2 little plastic bins with me. And I'm going to have my own little berry desk for her $12. I thought, ain't that much better than that? So what we're going to look at is we're going to look at some of these joints of the body that are going to have more problems than others. They tend to create some health issues for people. They tend to be a cause for a lot of time missed at work. TMJ. Ever heard of it? The temporomandibular joint, more commonly known as the TMJ. Never had somebody tell you they have TMJ, that they have to wear a bite guard at nighttime. Am I stressing you? Yeah, did they happen to tell you why? Based on TMJ?
I guess it was to do so I can decide
Is that like grinding his own?
Yeah.
I do that sometimes.
Okay. Now, over time, when you begin to look at the musculature, which we'll be doing throughout the chapters 10 and 11, when you begin to look at the musculature of the face, okay, around this joint, this TMJ, there's some very fine muscles, all right, and we've got some other materials present. There's tendons and those ligaments. This is one of the areas of the body that has the highest amount of pressure per square inch, okay? Every time we chew, every time we grind, okay, chew gum, whatever the case might be, that's a lot of pressure. This will take wear and tear over time, okay? And in some cases, to the point that it actually slips out of the joint. All right? And if that happens, it hurts going back in. All right? Sort of like, I'll show y'all my age. Okay? Lethal Weapon. Mel Gibson. All right? And he was like in the straight jacket, the pretty jacket with the backward arm. And he was in the straight jacket. And he had all of them betting about whether he could get out of it or not. And then you heard this crunch. And you know, you're going, can't hold that. Took it over his head. And then he's doing like this and walks over to the wall. Oh, you know, sort of what I'm thinking. Okay. That's a joint that was just taken wear and tear. He broke it and then previously dislocated it. Once it's dislocated, once, it's easier for that joint to dislocate again in the future. Okay? Lots of reasons are for that. The muscles around it, the ligaments, the tendons, and the fact that it's already been popped out of place. Okay? That happens to people with TMJ. Tend to have a lot of teeth grinding, tend to get a lot of headaches. Sometimes might even have to require surgery. Some people might go in and have their jaws rewired in the hope that it will fix the problem. And a lot of times the treatment they do now is they create this little night guard for you. It's like a little bite guard. And you use it at night when you're sleeping because that's when you tend to grind your teeth the most. Okay? And see, here's the other thing that comes along with it. If you do grind your teeth at night, your enamel wears down. So as you get older, the enamel is going to be breaking down more on your teeth. So that's one of the reasons they might recommend it. Now, the next joint we're going to talk about, our glenohumeral joint, the shoulder joint. Anybody in here ever dislocated it? Really? Okay. Like sports injury? Yeah. See, here's the thing. With the shoulder, okay? This beautiful, intricate connection. How many bones do I have meeting right there at that one joint? 3. All right? I've got 1, 2, 3 bones. Now, tendons, ligaments, okay? There's a bunch of them in this area. They're trying to kind of represent it here with the little rubbery pieces that are being that are showing up. Nowhere near the actual amount, okay, that's actually present. And what we find with this, it's a ball and socket. When we have a ball and socket joint, mobility is high. Think about this, what I can do with my arms, okay, with my shoulder. My mobility is high, but being stable is low. And we can have lots of different motions that can occur. Flexion, extension, add, rotate, circumduction. There's a lot of movement that occur at this joint. In this joint, we find a pretty good buildup of this fibrocartilage. Now, fibrocartilage is the toughest of the cartilages we have, okay? Think about hyaline cartilage, costal cartilage, elastic cartilage. Fibrocartilage is pretty tough. We do have a joint capsule that is present. In the shoulder, we have a lot of bursa because there are 3 different bones that are meeting here. There's going to be a lot of muscle that's sliding and moving over the bone, and a lot of the tendons that are moving over the bones. The job of the bursa is to make sure that it's creating a cushion under that movement at the sharp ridges of the bones. So lots of bursa are present. One of the biggest types of problems that occurs with the shoulder joint is the rotator cuff injury. Anybody in here know anyone that's had that? Okay. The rotator cuff, all right, somehow, somewhere, there's going to be some tears in the tendons. Could be, you know, that it's to the back, it's to the top, it's to the front, could be on the, you know, there's a tear. Now here's the problem in these joints when something like that tears. When something like that tears, if you look at the structure that's present, look at the tendons that I've got, look at ligaments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Am I doing any of them over again?
Yeah.
All right, so 9, 10, 10. Any one of those gets the slightest tear in them. Person might think at first, oh, you know, it's a little shoulder pain. But here's the problem. It's very important for them to make sure that they get that surgery done rather quickly so that they can get that tendon joined back together quickly and begin their physical therapy, all right, quickly, because the quicker they do it, their chances of recovery are better. Now, the longer they wait, that area that's gotten torn will continue to separate and separate and separate to the point they may not be able to do surgery anymore because they can't bring those tendons together. So this is a very injured area of the body. Note that we're going to have a pretty big tendon that's going to be present, our ligaments that are going to be present, and the structure of those ligaments. Based on the structure of those ligaments and the way that those 3 bones get joined together, notice how some of them run this way, some of them run that way, some of them are, you know, all these different directions. That's the reason that we get this full range of motion, because of the way that they're running, the direction of them. So it becomes really important, you know, and the shoulder joint takes a lot of physical abuse too. If you think about, for example, the shoulder joint, I don't know, let's say you're walking along, any of y'all ever trip over your own 2 feet? Okay, I'm really good at that, all right? I am really good at tripping up the stairs. Anybody? Okay? So you're walking along and you just kind of, and you go to stumble and you fall. How do you normally try to catch yourself? With your hand. What happens is that force that's placed on it when you try to fall, a lot of it travels into that joint. And because so much is there, and we have this bone right here. What's this one? My clavicle. That the pressure and the force that we put on it breaks that. Breaks it very easily. So it's a very injured area of the body. Lots of the ligaments that are present, kind of listing them there for you. Because if you tear it